For God and country, the American Legion has 4 pillars that guide its activities and programs: Veterans Affairs and Rehabilitation, National Security, Americanism, and Children of Youth. So enjoy the tour on the chapters that I chose in recent months that shared some great stories. The Troy American Legion Riders Region 5 went to visit the Orangeville Manor. This is the personal care home that works with the Wilkes-Barre and Lebanon VA hospitals to find placement, the other necessary care for homeless veterans. The riders presented goodie bags and check donation while visiting. Every year, towards the end of July, the Wesleyville American Legion, Region 3, has their Corporal Jared King ride to raise funds for the Wounded Warrior Project. This past year marked the 13th annual ride, and it's the largest ride in Erie County. Former State Director Bill Campbell is very passionate about Homes for the Troops. The event is held yearly with the sponsorship of Texas Roadhouse in York, PA. This year, they had the largest turnout of participants with over 600 bikes, raising over $60,000 to put towards building homes to accommodate disabled veterans since September 11th. Visiting a VA hospital or an old soldier's home is one of the most humbling experiences for many riders. It allows interaction with veterans that are not able to leave the confines of the building. Whether it is listening to stories, sharing a meal, or playing vintage baseball, it is always a feel-good moment to put cheer into the lives that are stuck in the confines of these buildings. It is with great honor that riders from Region 1 visited a woman in hospice care unit that loved to ride when she was able. Her dying wish was to see and hear motorcycles one last time. As Ronald Reagan said, we remember those who were called upon to give all a person can give, and we remember those who were prepared to make that sacrifice if it were demanded of them in the line of duty. St. Mary's Legion Riders had a benefit ride in memory of USMC Sergeant Major Todd Parisi and USMC Corporal Adam Wolfel. This ride presented a check to the Cameron and Elk B&D program for suicide prevention. On August 8th, fellow Marines led a 140-mile ride from Erie to the Cemetery of the Alleghenies in Bridgeville, Pennsylvania. Motorcycles from all over transferred the unclaimed remains of Marine Richard Harton, born May 31, 1941, and passed away on October 23, 2022. Thank you for your service. Rest in peace. The Battle of Mogadishu, also known as the Black Hawk Down incident on October 3rd and 4th, 1993. Somali forces shot down 3 Black Hawk helicopters using RPG-7s. Army Ranger Kenny Thomas was a special guest speaker who shared his accounts. Unity Township 982 chapter rider Angela Bird and her family led this ride in honor of her uncle, Derry native Sergeant First Class Earl Fillmore, killed in action that dreadful day. Zillion Opal did various charity runs in recent months. Their benefit ride was very successful, and all proceeds went to the Legacies Alive program, who work with the Gold Star families. They also joined in the motorcycle escort of Fireman Corey Comparator of Sarver, Pennsylvania, who was the victim at the Pennsylvania rally for Donald Trump. What can I say? The American Legion Legacy Run occurred in August and raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for Veterans and Children's Foundation. This was an 1,100-mile ride trekking from Missouri to New Orleans, Louisiana. Riders took in some of the best scenery and were greeted along the route with a parade of people. Such an exciting time for the American Legion riders. Scouting is very near to me, and local troops in Region 1 participated in the collection of the American flag and held a flag retirement ceremony for proper disposal. Scouts participated in many events, such as displaying colors in a Memorial Day parade and placing flags all over about 5,000 graves at local cemeteries. They also got to serve their community at local American Legions at their special monthly breakfast fundraising event. A young 14-year-old lady entered the VFW Patriots Pen Essay Contest and took second place and won a monetary prize for her essay of what it means to be an American. If you have not combined your efforts with Scout troops in your area, I would highly encourage it. These kids are our future. In Erie County, the second annual Medal of Honor ride was held. Open to all vehicles, the ride served to celebrate the raise awareness for the Medal of Honor Highway and raise funds for the veterans of Erie County. The National Medal of Honor Highway across the great nation on Route 20 is a permanent tribute to the members of the armed forces who went above and beyond the call of duty at the risk of their lives during combat with an enemy of the United States. Freedom is not free. Legion riders in Region 2 out of Mercer had an absolute honor to escort a 101-year-old World War II veteran, William Alfonsi of Hermitage, to the Mercer County Courthouse, where he was awarded the National Order of the Legion of Honor Medal. The medal was established in 1802 by Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte to honor those who gave meritorious service to the European country. Chambersburg Chapter 46 held the ride for Rowan, a little boy that received a diagnosis of infantile spasms, a rare form of epilepsy found in babies. After initial treatments failed, Rowan underwent brain surgery to disconnect his left half of his brain from his right. This was such a great day for the entire family, and Rowan even got to sit on his first motorcycle. Look at that smile on little girl Mira, hanging with riders from Girard Post 494. The annual ride Thunder for Tanya was a huge success, with over 100 bikes raising funds for Mira, who has spina bifida. Mira was the Wonder Woman of the day as she got to ride along with the bikes and was greeted with open arms at each stop. Whether it is a fun day in Knox, in Emmleton, with a giant street foam party, games, kids sitting on riders' bikes, pigs playing piano, and a visit by Smokey the Bear, riders do so much for our communities to make kids happy and smile. Keep rising, young people. Bushy Run and Jeanette riders raised over $5,000 for the Westmoreland County Special Olympics. What an honor it was to have a great turnout of bikes for this event to support this wonderful sports organization for people with intellectual disabilities. Each monetary gift changes the lives of those very special athletes. And in closing, the Dalai Lama once said, "If you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito in the room." So you know, whatever you do as riders, the 4 pillars of the American Legion represent its core values and mission. We all make a difference locally and on the state and national levels. Remember, it is who we are and what we do.